I've never done this before. So when you're on the road, you have to have a crack at stuff yourself. But the guy from Archer River showed me. So if you take this off, just always put a rag down. This will be our fuel filter. In here, I'd say. The rubber goes back on like that. Now, oh, you can see here that. Look at that fuel filter. That's disgusting. And look at this. Bit of gunk there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. See all that gunk? All the gunk in the bowl. Now I can feel. You can see the water in that too. But the problem is this thing. The fuel filter should look like this. Don't laugh, Cassie. That's the way a fuel filter should look.
Jesus. That's ridiculous.
So you can see why my fuel light's coming on. It's basically telling me, mate, my fuel filter's shot. So I'm putting a new one of these on. You just put it all back together. It's pretty easy. Take a video like I've done in case you want to look back if it doesn't go back together. But we're going to replace that. And we're also going to do your fuel filter on the 200 series is basically in here. And if you follow me, the air filter. This is the air filter. So always take spare fuel filters and air filters with you when you go on a trip, because you see all the red dust. You want to be able to change your. Never done an air filter either, but I'm learning.
Yeah, that's the string line too.
No, I'm not. So here's the air filter.
Jesus.
And I'll show you what an air filter should look like while I'm at it.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Oh. Wow.
Cape trip, before Cape trip. Cape trip, before Cape trip. So I'm going to put all them back in the car and should be good. So this is the biggest tip of the video on a 200 series cruiser. To reset your light on the dash, they never tell you how to do it in any of the manuals. So you got to go ignition off, disconnect, and these are your sensors here. There and there. And then it says ignition on and connect. So you got to go around to your car. I'll just quickly be back. Turn your ignition back on. Put your sensors back in. One sensor, two sensors, and then wait a minute. With the ignition on, wait a minute, and then turn your car off, then on, and your sensor light should be reset. So I'll go do that now. And the little sensor light is reset, it's gone. So what I did before, I pumped that and I let that valve out to get rid of any, just to clear my bowl out a bit. And then once you got to crack that little wing nut back tight, and then pump this, and that pumps fuel back into your fuel filter, and you should be done. She should kick over. You're obviously jackknifed the van somewhere. Looks see the distance on the right hand side between where that clamps onto the A-frame. About 75 mil. So the screw that goes through there goes in straight, hits the A-frame and holds it. This one's bent. I don't know how they're going to fix it. Can't really see, but it's skew if. I think this one's bent. We're going to try to bend this one back. You can see there it's not level. That's 80 mil. So when the screw goes in, it goes in on the angle and doesn't hit the A-frame and doesn't tighten. So we're going into Cooktown to try to find someone that can level that up. We haven't still hit red dirt. Okay, what I was saying earlier, in travel, you're going to do stuff. I've only done 180 of dirt. I've got an angle in the back, rigged to a charger, dual batteries, all that. Now, the best way to check a fuse, get a multimeter. Put it on bit. Clearly there's a connection. Go between your fuse. No connection. There's no connection between there and there. You probably won't pick it up. That fuse is blown. I'm going to try, hopefully I've got a little 10 amp fuse because my beer's not cold. So if you're back, if you look at all these fuses here, different colour fuses are different sizes. My mate Gary Hibberson gave me all these, and you've got other fuses for boats as well. So a good fuse will do this. You've got a connection. I'll put that in. That should fix it up. The weight distribution bars I don't know about earlier that I told you about, we got them straightened by Mushy. At Cooktown they work good too, so that fix a fuse and a weight distribution hitch so far. I'll check everything over later. I'll get my beers cold. Here's another little tip I picked up from a traveller. A few broken rear windows are going around. So I nailed a carton of gold and just taped it to the back window. It doesn't cover all the window, but there's a little hole in my weight distribution, in my stone stomper, where a stone could flick up, and I don't know, looks a bit weird, or I don't know, might look like an idiot, but may just be enough to take the edge off a stone. May just save the window. Some bloke broke 2 windows by Archer River. Okay, so when you're travelling, another tip, these wheel nuts. Make sure you check the wheel nuts every morning or as regularly as you can, because they rattle loose with this dust. They rattle loose and your wheel will come off. Check your wheel nuts.
Tip number, what are we up to?
Okay.
Right, tip number probably 433 for the Krushka. Mate, simple fire lighter here. Pumice stone you find off the beach, soaked in diesel. Once you're finished, you pull that back out. When your fire's finished, put it back in, soaks it back up.
We're checking our pots. A few lilies in there, good bait. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7. And Dan's pot, nothing in mine. I think that's a good bait.
A good old,
Bit of fish too.
good old tuna, lemon and pepper.
Tip number 898. Don't be afraid to tape your microwave, because you're not going to need it wherever you get to. When you've got no power, tape it up, gives it a bit of extra support when you're bumping around the corros. Tip number 563. Take a portable washing machine. Put some rope under your awning to hang your clothes, because it always rains up here. Let your tyres down. I've went 25s at the front, 30s at the back because of the Caravan, and 27 pound because I let one down to 27 on the Caravan. So 30 at the back, 25s, 27 on the van. To fill it, a cod that looks like this, see? This is my style. I know it's not professional because people say you don't want the blood hitting the flesh and all that crap, but this is the way I do it. I just got to start it. They've been in overnight, so they're slippery and slimy. They're hard to work with, cod, but you can cut it down and head up. You get a lot of meat up there. You want to just sometimes give yourself a bit of a hand. You can get in, follow the spine a bit.
Hey guys, you know here.
Like that. Sometimes you don't have to do that, but seeing I'm sort of showing you what to do. You get under, and that sort of sometimes helps you a bit. Follow it down. See you coming along the bone there. And then I shouldn't be cutting towards my fingers, but it's the only way I know how. And once I get to about there, I get on top so I don't cut myself. And then just slide it through the back like that. And you get a nice fillet. Throw it, always have an ice slurry. So we've got all our fillets in this ice slurry to get ready to de-pin bone them and skin them. So now we've got our cod fillet. Now we want to skin them. Alright, so you get in here. Once again, I'm cutting towards myself. It's not the right way, but if you can teach yourself the other way at a young age, do it. And you just get it started. You need a sharp knife. Just get it started like that, and then hold onto the skin. Start working your way back. See, you're just skinning it. Safe scale and everything. Just work your way back. See it coming up here. Keep going. Gets a little bit tough through this rib cage part area. They're slimy, but get a good hold of it and work your way through the rib cage area. There you go. Get rid of the skin. And then, so you got your fillet, give it a bit of a wash. And what you want to do is present it well to your family, or they won't eat it. So then you got your cage there. Scallop that out.
Put it in the bed.
And you'll have bones down here. They're your pin bones.
These aren't fucking big. No, lighting.
Now you have what you're gonna wash. There's your dinner.
Guts.
Beautiful, fresh, boneless cod fillet. Crumb it. Whatever you want to do with it. Tip number 554. Okay. It's important to get water for your family, okay? So you don't want to break your back. So I invented just a thing that I've got. It's like actually a hot water shower. It's a bit tangled at the moment. I put a weight just to weigh it down. So you drop that into the water. Obviously I don't like people drinking from the tank. And then I'll hit this button here. This is a pump. And that'll pump. The water will be coming up now. Come back a bit, Clay. You can see the water, see how it's pumping? So you're filling your tanks straight in, wife's happy, and you get to have a beer, and you're not lifting 30 kilos. Okay, so we're traveling, you want a quick feed. I'm going to show you how to do tropical style curry sausages. First of all, pre-prep. Boiled sausages cut on an angle, shown by my assistant. Onion cut up by my assistant. Some coconut we found on the beach. We scraped out some fresh coconut. Need some garlic, peas and corn and carrots, coconut milk, and some curry. You just want a little bit of curry just to caramelise those onions. The end product, beautiful curry sausages, just no potato. I usually put potato in there. But the secret to the tropical curry is add a couple of pinches of sugar just in there, like sweetens it up a bit. You don't want it to overpower the curry, but you also want your guests knowing they're having a curry. Bit of, you know, oh, that's spicy, that's what you like to hear.
Thank you.
What do you say to the camera? I made the curry sausages.
I made the curry sausages.